Saw 3 from Lionsgate and Twisted Pictures. Released October 27th, 2006. Starring Tobin Bell, obviously. Written by Lee Winnell, directed by Darren Lynn Bousman, who directed the previous Saw movie, Saw 2. And he's also done like Repo, the Genetic Opera, and a couple other films. This film had a $10 million budget, and it made over $164.9 million. Pretty good for a sequel, especially a third one. Also, this is probably one of the best third sequel. Like, the 3 tend to be a bad omen for films, but this one is up there with the first two. It's pretty well crafted, well written, and well put together. The traps is interesting. Also, but first, let's start where it begins. So, this doctor that works in the emergency having problems, having an affair with her husband and shit. And Jigsaw chooses her, so she gets kidnapped, and she has to keep him alive. Well, another guy's going through several tests. So first there's a grieving dad who lost his son to a drunk driver, and there's three people that sort of like help generate his anger. So basically, he's going through these traps. So first one's like the one where the girl's chained up in a freezer and like liquid nitrogen sprayed on her or something, and then she's getting frozen to death because she's the one who saw it and drove off. So yeah, that's a little cheesy, interesting thing. But then he moves on to the judge, where he's chained by the neck underneath a whole pile of pig slaughterhouse stuff, where all the pig guts get poured on him and stuff. And if he didn't incinerate his son's stuff that he has cherished over the years, keeping the memory alive, if he doesn't burn it to get the key, the judge will drown. And the judge is the one who sentenced the guy who hit the drunk driver who hit his son to the minimum sentence. But out of goodwill and passion, the guy saves him. Spoiler, by the way. I might spoil some of this one. But yeah, and then he goes on, and it's one of the most interesting saw traps in the series. The bone breaker one, where is the drunk driver's is on this like pedestal sort of thing, where all his limbs are attached to a device that'll turn and break them and eventually break his neck. And so he has to decide, is he gonna forgive the guy who is drunk and killed his son, or is he gonna let him die? And sure enough, he like goes over. Something goes wrong in that scene where a gunshot was supposed to kill him, but it actually shoots the judge that's trying to help the guy that's getting his limbs twisted and stuff, and accidentally shoots him. So that was interesting. And then he goes on to find the Jigsaw room, where his actual wife, who is working on Jigsaw and stuff. It was a really cool, rounded story arc. I like that a lot. It's very gruesome. Practical effects in this are great. But yeah, it is really well played out and stuff like that. Now, the affair thing is kind of a cheesy cop-out sort of thing to do in this situation, but it moves the story along steadily. It is pretty long for a sequel. It's like 2 hours, and but it does show a lot. Now, this is where they do a lot of cutaway flashback things, rapid flashback sort of stuff, which is a downer of the series, because I find they utilize that way too much in these films. So this one does it a lot, and it gets really annoying, and just it brings down the pacing of it, and yeah, it's just a nuisance. I think that's the biggest flaw, is that there's too much cutaway flashback type things and rapid cuts in it, especially when there's like the traps going on. It does it too and stuff, and I think they overuse that. So that just being like the only great though. It's still a pretty decent film, pretty decent story arc. Definitely one of the better third parts of a series that there is out there. It's one of the best. I'm gonna rate this one a 4.5 out of 5. I really enjoyed it. I liked it. Definitely interesting, and definitely you'll never know what's coming up next, right? So, Saw 3, really good film. Trailer's linked down below if you haven't seen it. My Instagram's linked down below. Make sure you follow me there if you haven't. Yeah, I always post clips of films I review in the future on my story, so make sure you follow me there. Keep up to date. And yeah, let me know if you agree with my opinions or disagree in the comments down below. Like this video, share it if you really want to. Make sure you subscribe because I'm going to be talking about the other ones coming up. So make sure you subscribe to my channel. And if you have any films you want to hear my opinions on in the future, comment those down below. I'll try my hardest to get to them as fast as I can and get it out. So, yeah. But, yeah, now it's time to go into Saw 4. See where Jigsaw takes us to next. I'll see you in the next review.